Hey, welcome back to Settlement Survival. I'm your friend Sarmate here. Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a pretty good day myself. And we got a couple of things in the mix here. We got a couple of clothes things we got to work on, and we got a couple health things that I want to work on this episode. But before we do any of that, check this out. We have a merchant over here. So this is the ferry that we built in the last episode. Now, I got Vern over here working, and I have called for 500 clay. So what you do to get things over here, go to this little plus guy right here. You're gonna pick your item. Let's say we want baskets. We'll put 50 baskets in there, and then we're gonna say add. So this means it's like a call order. So Vern's gonna go to the warehouse, and he's going to find clay up to 500 and fill this inventory with clay, right? That's how that's gonna work. So now, let's say we want one of these goods. All right, let's just say we want 4 pieces of candy for a total of 60 cost, right? So to get that candy, we have 60 clay in our inventory. So we can go over here. Clays are worth 2 apiece, so it makes it real simple. We just hit a 30 right there. And now you can see here, we have 60 total price and total price 60 in our stock. So if we hit transaction, we are going to give them 30 clay and we are going to get 4 candy. So let's hit transaction, we'll see how that goes. And there you go. So they took our clay and now we have 4 candy. So that's how trading is going to work, I guess, in this game. If I remember right, Banished was this way as well. And I think that's where the inspiration for it came from, was Banished. And that's just an interesting way. So that's another way how we're going to be able to get a bunch more seeds and livestock. We do have goose right now, and we are working with buffalo, but we can get a bunch more things. And I think that's how you do it. You can also come over here and you can order things. So you can come in here and you can check out all sorts of fun things to get ordered, and then there's a chance that the next ferry will have that stuff on it, or the next merchant ship, I mean, will have that stuff on it, and then you can trade for it. So that's kind of how that works. It's kind of neat. But I'm gonna move Vern out of there because he doesn't need to be in there, and I do need somebody at a different position. See, we should have one guy for Vern, right? Oh, not anymore. It looks like Farmer Peter has died of old age, and then he got replaced. So we don't have anybody, but I just wanted to show you what we got going on over here. So we have no laborers, of course. We're short 1 builder because somebody died, and we got a bunch of farmers, and looks like our repair person just died. Oh, and we have no tombstone anymore. Okay, so a couple things happening right now. Our cemetery is full, 48 out of 48. So we need to have another cemetery right away, and here it is. Under this little guy, cemetery. I'm wondering where we should put this one. So that filled up pretty quickly, I thought. Maybe we go over to... I don't know, we could just put it right behind the other one, right? Just make this our little cemetery area. We can make this one a little bit bigger. Go about as far as we can there. 16 by 12. We'll get another cemetery and we'll park another road up in that direction, like so. Okay, so that's getting worked on, which is great. We need that really badly. And so I had mentioned we are still working on a couple other things. So over here, we got our mine and our quarry done last episode. And I have learned since then what these little guys mean. So I thought that this was maybe like, I don't know, it looks kind of volcano-y, so I thought maybe it was like boosting rocks or something for the mines that are over here. But where in fact, it's actually for harvesting stuff. So if I go over here to my standard field, you can see that it's highlighted in that green area. So that is 100%, I believe it's yield. I could be wrong on that one, I'll double check. And just in a little spot. So that's what that is. So it has nothing to do with the rocks that we got over there, but it has fields. So that's why we have this field here. And these fields are all kind of bonusy things, not food related. So this is flax seed on these top 3, and then these are agave tequila seeds. Because flax, the leather just isn't cutting it. It's just not happening fast enough for the demand in our clothing. So we have the flax. I have picked up the skill of weaving. The weaving is going to give us the weaving workshop. And we got the one that's on the water, which is over here. And we currently don't have anybody working on it, but it's going to make linen from our flat. And then we'll take the linen and we'll go all the way over to our tailor's workshop and we'll make some rough clothes with 10 linen. Now that is quite the chain, but it's gonna be something that we need to do because the leather just it's just not enough coming in. So you can see here we got 788 flax in our storage, so we're ready to go with this pretty much at any time as soon as I can get another tailor. I have another one down here working. Ultraman, he's just working on plain leather. We have 62, and so that's working all right. As soon as we get another influx of immigrants or maybe some more laborers, then we can shift those guys into tailors and we can really start making the clothing. Every winter people are getting cold. You can see here we got clothes that are still marked in red, but nobody's been dying. We've been like teetering on a border here, and I want to not be teetering, I want to be thriving. We were also having an influx of brownie faces over here, so we were down to red again, and I think that was just because I didn't have enough tequila being made. I didn't have enough tequila being made because I didn't have enough source for the tequila. So that's why when we threw these farms in here, I think that's what's helping that out. And so we're just keeping up with our basics, so keeping our happiness up, and then our health. Oh, so we also have buffaloes over here, right? Susan and Gavin are working on raising our buffaloes, and these buffaloes produce buffalo meat, right? So another guy that I got over here into processing, meat processing, butchers process various meats into chunks of meat and fat. So that fat, you go over here to the butcher and you select buffalo meat. See, we get 8 fat out of that. And what you can do with that fat is you can go to quality of life and grab soap so that they can start being clean. There's no, I mean, unless they're going in the water, in the lake over here, in the river to wash up, they're not very clean. So this could be a really stinky town. So we can get this soap workshop going in now, and you know, we don't have any people really to work anything, but it's we're getting a lot of these basics in, so it's been good. And I think we're going to start working down this way a touch. So we hit that's our brewery right there. And I figured we'll put this guy right here because the fat that it's getting is from the butcher, and the butcher's right there. I don't know if they'll just carry it from here to here. I'm thinking they would, instead of like going all the way to the warehouse and then coming back. Oh yeah, also I put 2 warehouses in here because it was just a good little spot, and we needed a couple more warehouses and they fit in there. So that's why those are there now. We got the things in, ooh, this doesn't look very good. So you can see here that our school is damaged. Maintaining consumes raw materials. So, oh boy, I don't have anybody in the repair shop. So we definitely have to ship somebody like now. And let's go with, I don't really have a ton of extra people right now. We'll take a farmer out and we'll put a farmer onto the repair person. And you have to do that. You can't do it from this menu. You have to go in here and you have to hit that. So now Maggie is our repair person, and they're going to fix this guy up, and the school will be back in action. I do have a teacher in there, and the teacher is going to help make our kids become more efficient workers. So I thought that was good. We don't have a research institute going anymore, but when we did have somebody in there, we were getting research points a little bit faster. And down the road, we can get some paper, and the paper is going to make this even better. And you know what I'm wondering is if I have more than one research institute, if I could just really blaze through the development points. That might be something to try and just test out. We got a thing coming up. Extreme cold is coming, and large number of wild plants and animals freeze to death. So I'm kind of scared. We're still struggling a little bit with clothes. We have our weaver running right now, making the linens, and down here we have the leather guy still making rough clothes, but we are gaining linen. So see, now we're at 96 linen. So once we get a couple more people, we can have both tailors working together producing clothes, and we should get ahead of it. One thing else that we got for this abysmal health looking deal over here is that we finally got somebody to work on soap. So this Vern guy, I don't know if it's the same Vern that was over here a second ago. He's now got 100 fat in here, and we're making soap. I'm gonna have a limit of 200. I'll probably increase that because I don't really mind having storage of stuff. And I have put in 6 more warehouses over here. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. We have a lot of people who are choosing to go to school for further education, which I thought was pretty interesting. Getting more and more efficient workers, which is great. We're about to have this cold. I don't know if this cold is like foreboding for winter or if it's like a second winter or what the deal is. We'll find out here in just a second. Another weird thing happened. I had a message come up and it said an extremely rare idle chicken has appeared, and I was like, okay. And I clicked on it and it brought me over here, and there was just like a little white chicken that was walking around, and I couldn't click on it. I couldn't do anything with it. So I was like, I don't know what the point of that was. I hope I didn't squander something cool, but I mean, if I did, that's kind of what it is, and I can't really do anything about it now. But I don't see him walking around anymore. He was just kind of putzing around, just walking the paths and hanging out. Yeah, I can see a bunch of little geese guys here, but they don't really do anything. I can't click on them there. So I came up to the pasture too to see if I could shift it over, but no good. So I'm not sure what that deal is about, but it was kind of interesting. I did just do some trading with the ship that was here. We got some bandages. I do need to get somebody working in here so I can continue to move stuff back and forth. The bandages are made from cotton cloth and cotton in the pharmacy, which can be used to treat the wounded quickly. So what that's going to do, it's going to bring bandages over to our clinic, and then good old Marks here is going to be able to use those bandages to help fix our people up quicker. It's just good all around. Okay, so that warning for cold is now off this timeline here, so I'm expecting something to happen any second now, and we'll see what goes on. I see we got citizens are cold. We have 633 fuel, so we got fuel to keep houses warm. But, oh, this is weird. So there's no winter. It's just like a regular, I guess it would be fall now. People are just cold. So I don't know how long that lasts either. I'm excited for this to get done with so we can get another batch of immigrants in. And the last one was 11 people, and that helps a lot. We're doing great with food. We can take more people. Look at this. So for fish, I have 2 people, Denny and Edison, working on the fishermen. They have accumulated 4,954 units of fish. Just the 2 of them. That's just crazy. So if you're low on food, make sure you got a fishing dock going. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It's not buffed in any form. It's just default, and there's only 2 people working it. So super duper good. And hopefully our soap that we're working, let's see if we can find it over here now. Okay, so under medicine, soap, 0. So we're producing, we made 25 bars apparently, but I don't know what's happened to it. That's gonna help our average health come up, and we need it to come up pretty badly. Let's just take a peek around town here, and let's see if we can find any soap bars from anywhere. It could very well be that they have been used up already. Distributed and used up. Let's keep our eyes peeled and see if we can find any soap bars and see if we can get any storage with it as well. It would just be nice to have storage of stuff. Let's see what happened here. Our butcher died, so that stinks. But luckily we have a good amount of stored. See, this is why I like stored up stuff. We have a good amount of stored up fats. Once we get another butcher in here, they'll have a bunch of buffalo meat to work into more meat and to more fats and then to more soap bars. So we're doing great on that aspect. It's the clothes that's still a little bit shaky. So let's just take a quick peek here at the weaver. It looks like they're stopped because they aren't getting enough flax. So let's see if my flax farms, okay, 690 or 629. So they're still producing enough, but I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, the output limit has been reached. Oh, that's what happened. So that means that I have over 200, 200 linen in storage, 224. I'm totally dyslexic right now. Let's go ahead and we'll put this guy up to 500. Don't stop working that flax, we need it. And now, once this immigrant gets here, we are going to have this tailor taken care of. We're going to have soap on the way, and we should see what else we can fill out here. We do have a couple more farmers. Like, I need 18 more farmers. That's not gonna happen. But we'll get a couple more gatherers. We'll get some more hunters in. So it'll be good, and that'll be here shortly. But I think that's all for this episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival.